Listen, let her introduce herself the way she want to introduce herself. Go ahead, talk.
My name is Grady Alabama Benson.
Alabama? That is not how you pronounce your middle name. Alabama.
Well, anyway, that's what she said. So why are y'all here, ladies?
But how are we going to try the peanut butter bar?
Okay, it is called 1044 Pro. Yes, I am. I know. Okay, and so everybody watching this is a little nervous for me because this is live. These are 5-year-olds, and I don't know what they're gonna say, but this could go either way. But I'm willing to risk it. So first, y'all do me a favor and pick up y'all bar and smell it. Don't drop it. Smell it. Addie, tell me how it smells.
It smells good.
Okay. Zig, tell me how it smells.
It smells like peanut butter chocolate.
Smell like peanut butter chocolate. Yay! That's what it is. This is the 1044 Pro. Life like a pro. See, I told you don't drop your bar. Okay, so girls, take a bite. Pull out your bar and show everybody how big your bar is.
Whoa, it's this big.
Whoa.
This big.
Whoa. So do a bar kiss. Kiss your bars and take a bite. And Addie, why you bite so much? Because her name is Addison. Okay. Addison said it's great.
What Alabama say?
What Alabama say?
It's yummy.
It's yummy. All right, we got a great and a yummy. So 1044 Pro strikes again, wins again. So you want to say bye to the people?
Bye.
Hey y'all, it's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, your accountability coach, helping you get it done. What is it that you need to get done? I can help you get on the media and make more money. Get that exposure you're looking for. So come see me. Check me out all social media under Wanda D. Hollis, yes, my government name. And you can also follow my website at IamEnough365.com. That's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Hey everybody, it's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, your accountability coach, helping you get it done. What is it that you need to get done today? Okay, so first of all, I just want to welcome you to the Wanda D Hollis show. We're right over here on DJ Grady Baby Radio, and come on in the room. Come on in the room. Happy Black History Month. Yes, we are definitely celebrating Black History Month. Just want to welcome you to the room. And tell me where you're tuning in from. Put down where you coming, where you're joining us from, and throw up some hearts, because you know I love to get a great big heart. Not a thumbs up, but just give me. How you do that? Like that? Is that right? Like that? Something like that. You get the gist of it. So come on in here and talk to me. I'm not going to be in here long. You know, I was kind of debating about whether I was coming to you live. Because, see, this is a show that it's a little bit different, and I don't know where all the co-hosts are tonight. I think everybody took off. Maybe they had, you know, a Wang Dang Doodle Love Day celebration yesterday, and I was actually on a call. This was our at 8:00. We have a call for our 1044 Pro call, and tonight, one of my colleagues was presented with a check for $30,000. So that call ran over, but I looked up and it was like 5 minutes. And I said, you know what? Let me just go on in here. So if I don't do anything more, but just tell you how much I appreciate you every single time of coming on board when we go live, whether it's through for this show, which is the Wanda D. Hollis show, or for the I Am Enough talk show, or for the Winning Evening News, whatever it is. I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking time. And if there's anything that I can do to add value to you, whether it's in the space of media, broadcast, marketing, getting you a sample of the delicious 1044 Pro Bar. You saw my grandgirls, they were giving it up, and they literally try to eat me out of all bars. So we gotta change that. But it was just all about me staying consistent. So that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. A lot of times, and let me just say this. This is a disclaimer. I don't pretend to be an expert or a know-it-all over nothing. Because once you really think that you know it all, that's when life will prove to you that you don't. But what I am always willing to share is just my journey and how the things that I do have just afforded me certain things. And then it just allows me to operate in certain capacities. And one thing that I know, that no matter what you do, you have to be consistent about it. So whether it's you're on a journey of optimal health, then you have to really pay attention to what you're eating, and your exercise. And you have to be consistent with that, because consistency is what it is. It's the repeat of doing something over and over and over again. So whether you're doing something over and over and over again in the wrong direction, that's consistency. But to do it over and over and over again in the right direction, or in the direction that you want to head into, is again consistency. So in me even coming to you tonight is a matter of consistency. I could have said, well, I'm just here by myself, or I'm tired. I had a wild night last night. I'm just gonna be quite honest with you. On the I Am Enough talk show, we relaunched Love with Chef Antonio A.L. Smith. And we had a remarkable evening. And the remarkable evening went into the morning. Literally, I probably got home like at 2:00 in the morning, because, when you're around great people and you're having great conversations, and then it's like one group of people leave and then another group of people come in, and the party just keeps going. And there was a lot of powerful discussions. We were talking about entrepreneurship. It's kind of like when you start hanging around with your tribe and people that want to grow and expand, you always can pick up things. So one brother that I was talking to last night, we was talking about just how sometimes as an entrepreneur, you just can't get to sleep at night because you're in the bed and you're like thinking like, what's my next move? Or I want to do this, or I want to do that. And you just really can't, it's just a little hard for you to get to sleep. And so, we were just sharing some just different ideas about, like just being in the space of being an entrepreneur and being super resourceful and stuff like that. So it was just interesting. Then this morning, we had I had a show at 12:00 noon. Shout out to Maury. He came on and showed out. A lot of people came in and, was kind of giving great feedback. And that show went really great. And then I took this nap, y'all. I'm just telling you about my day. I took this nap and I said, now let me get up. And then I had to get back into some stuff. So here we are. 9:00. This is the Wanda D. Hollis show on DJ Grady Baby Radio. So I am going to, I see one of my co-hosts is in the building. What's up, G. Clark? How are you, love? How are you? So that's what it is. What do you need to be consistent with to move in the right direction? We always know that if you hang around people and they're doing bad things, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be just like them. So, ask yourself, are you doing everything to be moving into that direction that you want to be in? So what do you think? What do you think, brother? I can't hear you, Knowledge.
You can't hear me at all.
Well, turn up your mic.
My
Knowledge
mic
is in the building.
is turned up.
Your mic is turned up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Can y'all hear Knowledge? If y'all can hear Knowledge, put a one down in the chat. And welcome to our viewers on YouTube or Facebook. You know, whether you're watching from whatever channel, just tell us where you're tuning in from. So what's going on, my love?
What's going on? What I thought you was talking to G Clark.
G Clark is in the he's in the feed.
Oh, hold on. I can't see the.
You can't see the comments?
I see him. What's up, G Clark? How you doing, man?
Yeah, so introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are, what you do, why you do what you do.
My name is Knowledge. Stands for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I am on 360 degrees of the cipher, 120 degrees of wisdom, 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of understanding. That's on 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. I'm the original dark matter magic. How y'all doing out there? Shout out to G Clark.
I just I don't know. The sound is horrible.
You sound horrible.
Yeah, I mean you sound I can hardly hear you.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
Okay. So G Clark, I just sent you a link. Check Facebook. Okay, so I don't know. Anybody out there can let me know how, or G Clark, how can you hear Knowledge? Is Knowledge coming on loud for you? Because I can't. In my speakers, it's not loud. How was yesterday?
Yesterday was good.
What'd you do?
Too much.
You was seeing too much.
Yeah, too much. I did too much yesterday.
Wow. Okay, so they say you're good on their end, so maybe it's just me. That's good. I just want them to be. I want you to be able to. I want them to be able to hear you. So I was sharing with yesterday. We did our guess who's coming to dinner, and it was amazing.
Right.
It was so good. And of course it was glitches. The problem we had was with streaming the show, because it kept going in and out and we kept getting froze. That was just the internet thing. That had nothing to do with the show or for the people that was there. But that's what made it so special, because the people were there. We really like connected, and we had some of them like good old fashioned conversations where you put your phone down and you just talk and you sit around the dinner table. Like we were literally around the table after the show was over, and went through the whole process of eating. We had our appetizers on show, and then we had our salad, and then we had our main course, and we had our dessert, and everything. I was sous chef.
Okay.
I was the sous chef and the server.
Do you have experience in that area?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, being a little black girl from Detroit, and your grannies tell you to come on in the kitchen, I think that automatically gives you sous chef's experience, so I'm pretty good with some knives, but we were and serving, and I'm good with serving, because I know how to, people want, and I want to treat everybody special anyway, so I know how to do that. I know how to do a good dinner party. And we had the nice jazz music going, and so it was great. So next time, I want you to be there in the building. You will really enjoy it. You will really enjoyed it. So that's what we did, and I didn't get home till like 2:00 this morning.
Wow.
Because after that, and after the first group left, then it was another group came in.
That sounds like a black party.
It is, right? That's definitely like when you can't make it there on time, you be like, so what are y'all still there? Okay, well, we coming. Yeah. So it was really good, and we had a great time. So I got in about 2, and normally I come in and not knowing, feeling like I should be doing something, like I want to read something or go to the computer and check something or make sure I set up. I came in the house, Knowledge, shoes off, and walked straight up and got right in the bed. I was like, I am tired. So
Wow.
so yeah. And then this afternoon I talked to Maury,
Okay.
and he dropped a lot of wisdom bombs.
T-shirt guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, I was then reminded of the very first time that I met y'all. I met you and him at the same event
What event?
when we were at the Sounds and Sights Museum.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time that I heard you. And that's when I had kind of like started, paying attention to what you were doing, because you were at that very presentation, you were talking about books and you were talking about reading, and you talking about how you gave up, buying gym shoes
Right.
or, sneakers for books, and how you would pay, you know, thousands of dollars for a book.
Yeah.
And, so then I really,
We got trust books cost $600-700. Yeah, I'm looking at a new book now. They got it on Amazon for 300, eBay for 300, Amazon for like 1,000.
wow,
Yeah, very
wow.
good book.
Yeah, but that was and just talking, just keeping in the spirit of Black history and stuff. And that was just my introduction to you, because, I knew Ken had invited me out
Mm-hmm.
to that event, and I had brought someone with me, one of my co-authors from the first book. She came and she had asked me, I was sharing with him this story. She said, is it okay if I bring my son? And I said, absolutely. Like, this is the place where you want to bring your sons, to, especially because of you all, it was mainly men speaking, and sharing their journey, sharing their stories about whatever they were into, and then the way that y'all rallied around each other afterwards, to keep conversation going.
The camaraderie. Yeah, we do that sometimes. We just had a big men's meeting. It was really really good. A lot of people came out. It was mainly a lot of the brethren in the conscious community. So we had very very good dialect, very good conversation, and a lot of brothers are really putting everything together and being on point and trying to make some real positive moves in the community.
Hmm. And that's good. Why is that important, Knowledge, to do that?
Because the people need to see the men unified together, not killing each other, not killing us, not putting each other down. When we see each other, we call ourselves guys, a priest, brother, stuff like that. We use words because we know words is very important for the uplifting, especially for a group of people who was unable to read and write for 200 plus years, and a group of men who are still being put down and put in front of the media. One of us rise up, and we become a little bit popular into the media and stuff like that. They put us down, and they either say we rape somebody or mess with some boy or girl, or say we are anything, a drunk molester, but they never look at the resume and see what's going on. And for our people in our community, we gravitate to that and believe what the media say. So in this particular group we in, we're going to defend each other no matter what, to the basis of it. If they say something bad, we're gonna get on every social media platform and let them know the truth. Now that's not true. So this right here is gonna be the real deal. And we think about we're not thinking about it. We're gonna be doing a lot of different things in the community, and we definitely gonna be getting into real estate.
That's awesome. And I know another thing that y'all do a lot is when y'all see something not right, like I remember a couple stores that y'all shut down because they were doing things unethical or
Yeah.
being very racist and stuff like that. Then it's nothing for y'all to say, okay, well, we're going over to XYZ store and stop everybody from going in there doing business.
Mm-hmm.
So why do y'all do that?
Because and that's another tactic we use to really to get more brothers involved and to get community involved. Because when other races come here, they get the grant money, they get the tax money, and then on top of that, we are unable to get that particular funding or that particular money. And then the people who you make the money off of in the community, you turn around and like kick an old man in the butt or slap an old lady. You know, back in the day when I was growing up, you slap a woman, that was death. There were people, families coming. You know what I'm saying? I tell people the story. I have a young cousin and she got jumped on, and it didn't take nothing. It was 8 carloads of my aunties, nieces, and my family members, and the men came too, sticks, bats, and bricks. And it was a guy in the neighborhood who was known for killing people. He had put his hands on her, and we pulled up. You know, we didn't have no guns, but we pulled up 8 carloads, and we called the police. You know, that stuff is not tolerated, especially you in the community. When you know what I'm saying, but I'm saying that for us, the foreigners that come here and really look at us, and they come here to make money off us, and then they try to disrespect us, degrade us, and then do crazy stuff like that. You don't need to be in our community. We have enough dealing with the state, the city, and our own people. Then we got to deal with foreigners as well. That's not right.
That's not right.
We're not gonna take that.
Absolutely. Guess who then came to the call?
What it is, people.
What it is, Joe.
Absolutely. I jumped in if I gotta go pick up my daughter, man. But that's some good stuff, Doc. Absolutely.
G. Clark, introduce yourself to our viewers.
Oh man.
They don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
who's in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, leeches and germs, I introduce you to the one and the only. I go by many names, sometimes whoever. I'm whoever you need me to be. So that's me, G. Clark, in a nutshell.
I thought you was about to keep on rapping. I was like, okay, wait a minute. Where he going?
I could, but I you know, I'm trying to be good on somebody else's show. You did.
You did. Absolutely. Well, happy Love Day. Happy Black History Month. You know, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
How did you celebrate yesterday?
Yesterday we actually took it easy. We'll be heading out of town this week, so we took kind of easy. I wasn't gonna pay over on these prices when they flip the next day. So you know,
absolutely.
Be careful too, man. Be careful out there.
Where you going? You say you going on vacation?
I don't know if she watching, so I don't want to spill them beans. But
okay, no problem. Yeah, it's a nice little lovers getaway, huh?
It involves some sand and some water, somewhere down there. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
absolutely.
Well, that's great. That's great, and the family's good.
They crazy. So I think everything right. Everything's right.
That's what Knowledge told me the other day.
Yeah, when they start acting like they got some sense, I get worried.
Man, I'm scared.
What's going on? Who did what?
My kids get together. All they do is just put me down, man. I know it's love though. They put me down, man.
Absolutely.
Have no respect. Well, you know how it goes. You know, I opened up the call with the call out for consistency because, like I was saying earlier, you know, like I was like, I'm not coming on tonight. But I guess I'm so trained to do what I say I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to, you know, I was like, man, wasn't nobody answering the phone. I called Nurse V. I said, Nurse V coming on tonight. She was like, well, what did that? You know how you know? See, I'm a reader of people. And if you don't get straight to the point with me quickly, I would just hang up on you.
Oh, wow.
I'd just be like, I'm out. So I was like, are you coming to? Well, what's the topic? I said, listen, Linda. Well, goodbye. Okay, because I'm done. It's like I had to, and I learned this very early on in life because I'm independent. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm the only one that's gonna have to fulfill the promise.
That's right.
It's not ever up to anybody else to do what I say I am going to do. So I couldn't say, well, so-and-so ain't coming, so I guess that's my out. So I was like, you know, well, that person I ain't talked to that person. I usually be sending out stuff early. I ain't do nothing early. I just got off another phone call, like literally 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. So I'm sitting in the back room, just like, I didn't even know what the title is. So I was like, Freestyle Monday. That's what it is, you know, like, and let the spirit just guide this conversation. Because one thing I know for certain is when we tell ourselves we're going to do something, kids calling, when we tell ourselves we're going to do something, we just have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all think about being consistent when you don't feel like being consistent? What does feelings have to do with it?
You want to go knowledge?
Go ahead, G.
Okay. That's funny when you said spiritual and all that, because I dealt with consistency with somebody last night, and it was from a totally different approach. Um, you know, I want people to be careful about consistency, because consistency doesn't always mean growth. Um, this person had been sitting at a job at a desk for about 10 years, no promotion, raises come here and there, but they've been consistent, you know.
Exactly.
So understand that, you know, it's another step to consistency, and I applaud you, you know, for your steps tonight, because, you know, that's the consistency that builds growth. It's hard, and I can tell you, hosting the show when Grady has you know, he got to do something, and I got to take over. That's the hardest thing, to talk by yourself when you're used to the back and forth. So, you know, in your consistency, you got a little taste of growth, and then here come the team to say, oh, all right, cool, let's work. So that's it. I ain't going.
And I want knowledge. I know you got something to say too, but just to say to your point of being consistent and not growing, you know, I talked about that too early when I first got started, because the consistency, we do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We either doing things that will move us forward or keep us stuck or take us back. But the consistency is like just that thing. If you always go to Krispy Kremes, you're consistent about going to Krispy Kremes. But then when you try to shift and do something different, you be like, I got to give up Krispy Kremes. Right. Because Krispy Kremes is no longer fulfilling the direction that I want to head into. So I got to put some other things in this place. Now let's speak on that. Speak on the whole subject about consistency and doing it when you don't feel like doing it, when you know it's good for you.
Well, I kind of tie consistency in with procrastination. And I know for me, in the past, procrastination has stopped a lot of my stuff if I'm moving too slow on something like that. And then another thing, I title consistency with integrity. You know, if I say I'm gonna do it, I go ahead and do it. If I can't do it, if there's a shadow of a doubt I can't do it, then I would definitely let them know ahead of time. And sometimes I still push to do it. You know, that goes with me with podcast shows or anything like that. Or not just that. You know, you have a time that you do a show, and sometimes you might have one person waiting. You know, something you say might affect that one person. So um, it's very good to just be consistent, not to procrastinate, and definitely have your mind set and ready at anything. I mean, for us, anything might happen. So you gotta be on point with that.
Having a backup plan. So what do y'all do when somebody's in your ear telling you, don't worry about it, you don't have to do it, just do that, just don't do it now, just let it go and do it later? That happen to y'all, or am I the only one?
Oh no, it happens. You know, and you know, everybody has an excuse. Everybody has a reason to not do something. But I'm always reminded of the picture of you got the two men digging, and one decides he don't feel like digging anymore, and he's like this close to like getting diamonds. And so he's walking away while another man is with a hammer, and he's about to get what he's worked so hard for. So that stays in my mind when folks give me credible reasons that I shouldn't be doing. You know, I should take a rest, give your body some rest. This, that, and the third. Rest is gonna come. You know, and then stuff like this. You know, I mean, it's an hour. You know, and things that you love, that you are dedicated to. It's not that much time to really, if you really consider it. So, yeah, that picture is always in my mind when I feel like, yeah, I
love that picture too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's right before you're like right at that point, and the other guy walks away, and the other guy say, "Bam!" and hit it, and then psh, all of the diamonds come flowing in. Well, what you think about that, knowledge?
You gonna have people that tell you Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. You don't have to do it. Cancel it. Do it next week. Sometimes certain people are not meant to walk in your shoes, or sometimes certain people not even meant to walk on the side of you. Like my name, Knowledge. The people call me Knowledge. And that name come from me being consistent, helping people with foreclosures and just being in the public, speaking up. Me and Ken Wardo met. We was in a park in West End Park, and the guy was out there talking crazy about commerce, talking about this is what we need to do. I said, no, that ain't even right. I asked the brother, what's your source material? It's enough bad information already out there for us to
Mm,
be, you know what I'm saying, doing it like that. So for the people who be like, you can wait, you can do it another time, still move, because that should be your fire in your within yourself to be like, well, this person's saying wait, and it might be good. And 9 times out of 10, it always will be good.
hmm. And that's so true. And sometimes that person is you
Mm-hmm.
saying it. Sometimes that person is you. And I think that speaks to the procrastination, in us of saying, well, let me just stop. I'm just so tired right now. But I always say, to being consistent, I want people to really hear me out on here on this. And you have to be stay in being prepared. If we remember that, for instance, I chose to hang out till 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody forced me to do it.
Mhm.
So knowing that there is always going to be consequences to the decisions that we make. So if you want to stay prepared, like if I knew that I had to get up and do, say, a 5 a.m. show, and I'm out till 2 o'clock in the morning, then I'm either going to say, well, let me just probably just stay on up,
Mm-hmm.
or let me shut it down before 2 o'clock in the morning. Because when it comes down to it, we know that we are in charge of us. And that's, and I think I'm bringing this into just this whole thing of Black History Month, and we are the power. And one thing me and Maury was talking about earlier was we make history every day,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how we move. So, to Knowledge, to your point, because we are purpose driven, like you pulling up somebody and saying, listen, that's bad knowledge. Where's your source material? Don't be out here educating the masses with wrong information. Like, to know that our place is to step in and shake things up, be that disruptor when we need to be, because we have the power and the ability to do so. What do you think, G. Clark?
I feel you. Everybody ain't supposed to be in your space. One thing I think that people take a little bit to heart is criticism. Criticism is good. However, you need to filter it. One thing that I know, most of my critics don't do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you
Wow. Say that again. Wait,
give me
wait.
input. Uh-huh. Okay, so one thing that I know is that most of my critics don't do what I do.
Oh,
Uh,
wait. Hold
okay,
on.
okay.
So you telling me that you should not be listening to people that don't know nothing about what you do, but they trying to give you advice about what you do?
I'm not saying don't listen to them. I'm saying don't let it knock you off your course.
Exactly.
Because people, I mean, it could be very well your customers. Now, your customers are criticizing, you might want to take some heed to it. However, um, if what got them to get you, what got them to you is you being on course. Um,
Mm,
so I mean, take it for what it is. However, don't let it knock you off. Because I've seen plenty of people take criticism from folks again that don't have a clue of the process or anything. Um, and that's part of the preparation. You got to be prepared. For me, going to an event, I'm bringing extra batteries because I don't want batteries go dead. I might bring in an extra camera because, you know, um, sometimes cameras can go funky. Your preparedness you have to extend your preparedness. That's all I can say.
I love it. I love it. Knowledge, you got something you want to add on to that?
Being prepared is everything. Piggybacking off what G. Clark said, if you're not prepared, then you're losing. Especially when you're going in front of a group of people or people that's expecting you to say something. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to be prepared. Me myself, a lot of stuff I memorize, and uh, it depends on how the conversation go, and it just clicks on other things that I read or that I remember, or a particular current event, and I just flow from there. Because if you're purpose driven and you already know that you're going to be speaking or saying something, you should already be prepared. Even if you have to, write down notes on an index card or something like that, you want to have something to be prepared. So that's definitely important, being prepared.
Absolutely. Well, let's acknowledge our guests that's in the room. We got quite a few people that's chiming into the conversation. Give a shout out to Demetria Winters is in the building. Hey Queen, thanks for hanging out with me last night. Arthur Lynette Jewel is in the building. Tatiana Don is in the building, and she spoke to your comment about knowledge, and she said, yes, we need more of that. Thank you, brother, for protecting us within our community. No more of that disrespect from other nationalities. We stand together.
Absolutely.
So that was her comment from there. And she's coming to us from out to the D. She's in Detroit. She's an artist, just had a new release party. I think it was last night. So congratulations, Queen, on that. Miss Yvette is in the building. She said, hey, everybody. Felicia is in the house, and Dr. Harris is in the building. Dr. Harris left a comment down. She said, absolutely, everyone is not equipped to be in your space. Energy is everything. And she also said I like this comment right here, correcting criticism is necessary for growth, so thank you for saying that. Deetra Gray is in the building as well. Thank you, darling, for coming in today. And Felicia Songbird is definitely in the house. So, guys, thank you all for tuning in. And thank you for joining us in this conversation. I have two kings with me today in the building. G. Clark.
Absolutely.
And Knowledge Born in the building. And as always, we just going to bring it to you how we can only bring it to you. And that's from our hearts and from our heads. And that's where we are with everything we do. So, gentlemen, what do you feel like is going on now with this? What's the hot topic? What's hot in these streets?
COVID-19.
COVID-19 still taking over. But you know what? I got one better. You know who's showing out?
Who's that?
Mother Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mother Earth said, you know what? Y'all thinking about COVID-19? I'm going to make y'all stay in the house. Y'all didn't want to stay in the house with COVID-19. She's bringing record temperatures down.
Mm-hmm.
It is snowing in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It is below zero in places that have never experienced that. So I was talking to Miss Bell earlier, and I said, you know what? Mother Nature is something else. She don't even get no warning. She don't even have to say nothing. She just be like, bam, it's over with. Boom. That's it.
Thank God it ain't here.
Right. And that's what I said to her. I said, well, I'm glad y'all keep that up. And you know what the scary part is, like places like Knowledge, this coming from the Midwest. We're equipped to deal with bad weather, but in other areas, like if it hit here, Georgia, or it's hitting like in Texas, people's pipes is busting, things is raising up from the ground, concrete is crumbling. They can't. It's some major changes happening.
They can't handle it.
Well, to defend the land that I call home, we have hills here. It's very hilly here, so it's hard. Even if they put the salt out, it's hard. Because water condensation will wash the salt away, and then you got a slick spot. So we have a little, people say we go haywire, we go overboard. I don't know. We got hills here.
But that's true. There are hills, but this town got shut down. I've been here for so long, and we always get, and this just from my perspective of being here, we always get hit with one powerful storm a year.
Mm-hmm.
Minimal, one powerful one, and it'll just like shut everything down. I remember the first storm that I went through, and I was living in Douglasville at the time, and we left out the house. You know how you do, you nosy, so you want to see just what's happening in these streets. And we left out, and like the only thing that was open was like Waffle House, and people were like at the hotels because their situations had they couldn't move. Some people couldn't make it home because we always have like a super bad ice storm.
Mm-hmm.
And then those pine trees get to snapping. And
Mm-hmm.
even if the ice storm didn't get you, because those pine trees came down, that shut it down. One time I was trying to leave from my girlfriend's subdivision, and I almost made it out, and then I couldn't.
What?
Cars was backing up. Then I had to get out of my truck and walk back to her house.
Wow.
That was interesting. What's your worst weather story?
I remember when I used to drive trucks. I had a delivery to go out to Dalton, Georgia, and on my way it was clear. On the way back, the snow had began to fall. And I believe we talking about the same storm. However, I was determined not to get caught up in that mess, so I took back streets from like, what is it up there? That's not Carrollton. What's that other C? Cartersville.
Cartersville. Mm-hmm.
Cartersville to get back to the shop, and then street route to get all the way down to Lovejoy, which is, I mean, it took me about 3.5 hours to do it, but yeah, I just couldn't.
You was determined you wasn't gonna get stuck on the road.
As soon as I heard the highway was shut down, man, I was like, man, and even the back roads wouldn't. I mean, because Atlanta, they'll hit the highways first, and then they go to the north side, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they go to the north side, if you know what I mean. South side, and it's funny because south side, like north side was able to go back to work, but people on the south side, man, we were still iced in for like 4 or 5 days after the fact. Wow. So yeah, that was mine. But I gotta cut out because I got a daughter to go pick up.
Well,
man.
go get your daughter, G. Clark. Be safe. We love
Absolutely.
you. We'll talk to you later.
Absolutely. Peace.
Peace. So for you, Knowledge, what was your worst?
Back home.
Back home?
All the pipes busted. We had whew. Man, we had the snow was up to my knees. A lot of snow. And it was crazy. I mean, we had no water, we had nothing. Then when the snow melted, we had to get a plumber over there, replace all the pipes.
Wow.
Water everywhere. We knew the water was unthawed because we were asleep and we heard something like shh, shh, all up under the house. Like, what is that? So we had to go find the water thing, the meter lock to cut the water off. Man, it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no power or nothing. But at that time, we, a lot of in the Midwest, we had gas stoves, so we stayed warm.
Mm-hmm.
We had gas, but we had no electricity and stuff, no water.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, my mom's and grandmother was always prepared. They had we didn't have no running water, but we had jugs of water, so it was more like fun. It was a lot of us over there, and we doing our thing. Telling about old stories and stuff that they did in the past. So, sometimes in the Midwest, that area when the power went out, we get a bad storm. Sometimes it'd be good because we have a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff like that. Then we play games.
Mm-hmm.
That was always the time we playing Uno all day long, all night long. And it was just, that was the worst storm. We didn't go to school for a month. That's the worst we ever had in Illinois.
Wow, a month.
We didn't go. It was just bad.
Wow, and you know what? Over there off that Lake Michigan, that Detroit River, I know what you're talking about because it gets cold. I have been to Chicago visits and going to like the hair shows, and that hair show was right off of that doggone off of that water.
Yeah,
And
be
I'm
cold.
like, good googly woo.
Yeah.
That joker would be cold. It's be like Chicago. I always thought Chicago was the coldest place ever. Michigan was cold. But we got Nurse V in the building. She said, "What's up, fam?"
What's up,
And,
Nurse V?
and she said that they're under a blizzard now, which I think y'all are expected to get about 9 inches of snow.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know,
that's what my mom said. They got my mom. I think she says a negative 15 right now. Is it
yeah,
18? Yeah, she is
yeah.
Illinois, so it's a negative 15, 18 right now.
It's I tell you, one thing about it is Mother Earth, she'll show you who in charge. Y'all be trying to think of somebody else is in charge.
Every
She put
time.
she pull out the guns and say, you worried about Corona? Really?
Yeah. Now, one thing I can say, the powers that be, they are scared of Earth, and then we go back to the ancient science of Kemetic in Egypt. That's what we study. We build everything from studying nature. Geb is the earth, Shu is the wind, Tefnu is the sky. Those are the original names before they started giving them those Roman names and stuff like that. But we was definitely into the forces of nature because we saw how nature how nature build and not just that, it had things around it that build. You know what I'm saying? So we was
Mm-hmm.
definitely students of nature. We was friend of nature. I have seen, this is no story, this is no lie. We have had tornadoes that hit, right? Or just say a bad storm. And for those who are in tune with nature, the people who are indigenous to the land, that storm has skipped over them
Mm-hmm.
and went right along and hit a trailer park. I'm gonna just say that.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was reading, this was some months ago in the same, but you're talking about this lady, she has this really like connection to water.
Hmm.
And she was in Florida and the tides was raising, it's like a tsunami coming and everything. And she was just started speaking to the water. She started speaking to the water. She started speaking to the water. And she said, please just spare my house. Just spare my house. Just spare my house. It did just that. The waters, and she was like really close to it, like, let's just say it brought her neighbor's house down
And did not bring her house
and did
down.
not bring her house down
Yeah.
because she knows her power and
Hmm.
how we're connected and how we can really, and some people say, like that's hokey pokey and all this other kind of stuff.
It's not. That has to deal with your numerology. I just learned that myself. I had my numerology done, and I am supposed to be close to water and the mountains. So I don't think that's hokey pokey at all. It depends on when you was born, and you also have to look at the Gregorian calendar. That's the calendar that they use versus the calendar that we use because a lot of people think the first of the year is January. That's not it. The first of the year actually starts during the solstice, which is in March. But also you have to look into the season of Mayat, which is from July the 21st to August the 21st. All of those particular dates play a very important part with you being born, and not just that. I'm saying that for us like the original people. You know what I'm saying? Melanated people is very very significant. And it has a lot to do when you get your numerology done. It has a lot to do with your destiny and what you
Hmm.
were actually sent here to do, as far as your energy, your vibration, and it's all coming from the source.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I had got my um chart done, and my reader was like, he was like, I've never seen this many triangles
Hmm.
in a chart. He said, I've never seen this many triangles in a chart. And he was like, you're definitely in your zone, like in the space of communication,
Hmm.
and teaching. So, you know, this is why this is, I guess, this is just like confirmation of what we do all the time and what we do naturally.
Yep.
We be thinking that it's more to it than it is, but it's just clearly just a destiny. It's like your
Destiny.
destiny.
Yeah,
You
destiny.
know,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it puts you on point. And it kind of gives you like, like keep going, keep doing what you're doing, don't
Mm-hmm.
stop. And that's what it was for me. Every this man doesn't know me. I just sent him my first name, last name. I sent him my whole name and my date of birth. That's all I sent him. And he broke down everything I was, everything I'm doing right now to this day. Me being a leader, a warrior, protector, a person that reads. He says, I'm the type of person. He was just reading off my chart that's very learned in the mystery schools. This is crazy. I don't have no big education. My education come from the kitchen table. So getting that done just let me know, okay, I'm on the right track. Because
Mm-hmm.
I was battling some things spiritually, and I said, let me go and get a chart done. I need to go see someone so I can see what's going on with me, because it was bothering me spiritually. Not saying I was doing something bad or wrong, but it was just um it was just bothering me, and I wanted to just get a reading so I can know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. That's that's interesting because I've been studying just I don't know, I've always been interested in astrology, just like even from being a teenager, just I've always been drawn to it. And then I started learning more, because there's so much more to it. There's just like science and this math about it. And like you said, this is our history. And the funny thing about it is the powers that be, they know, they study, they release movies accordingly. They be like, nope, don't release that movie, that's not good for you to do it there. Nope, don't buy that, that's not good. I mean, they have, and I got this, and I know this to be a real fact because my astrologist, she was asked to be come she was somebody was trying to hire her. I'm not getting ready to drop no names, but somebody was trying to hire her, and they wanted her to be exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
and she turned it down. She was
Mm,
like, "No, I'm not going to be exclusive because my calling is not to be exclusive."
right.
She said, "My calling is to be, to be available to
Mm,
whomever seeks me." And I refuse to be exclusive. And they were like, really, they offer her a lot. They was like, "No, we want you." She was like, I can't do it. But I know that a lot of people have their exclusive people that they go to and they rock with, and they don't make any moves and all this other kind of stuff. But then what I've learned too, knowledge, is that I'll do something and then later find out about why I did it. Because I wouldn't know at the time. I would just be like, I just move a certain way. And then just say months down the road, to be like, well, you was doing that because, it was, you were supposed to do that, or
mm-hmm.
it was pre-ordered or something like that. I'd be like, wow, that's why. Or I didn't know, it's like certain numbers or certain things. And they would just be like, yeah, that's, and then I'll read it later. And I'm like, but I don't seek permission. I just, staying connected with the spirit within me and my ancestors, and getting quiet and meditating and just kind of operating like that has really, really brought me to the peace that I'm in now. So my question is, are you in peace or are you in pieces?
I'm in peace. I have been in pieces before when I was hard on myself, like I wasn't where I wasn't where I wanted to be um, at a particular point in life. But right now I'm at peace. My structure, my mind, my mental, you know, um, and really my focus and everything like that. I know everything that I'm doing now is supposed to be doing. I know that in the future, some things that I'm going to do, I'm supposed to be doing those as well. And the ability of me of knowing some things in my past and seeing the present and then moving towards the future is very, very. It feels good, to know that you're on track, and that's what you want. And the things that was bothering me, I got some clarity on those. So yes, I'm in peace. That's what you want. You want to do what you have to do while you here, and still be in peace, be in harmony, have order, have balance. Those are some of the principles of my art. So you definitely want to do that. Definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, as you have an event coming up, you want to tell them about your event that you have
I
coming
got
up?
an event coming up February the
20th.
20th. Yep, Saturday. And it's gonna be Saturday at 4505 Fulton Industrial Boulevard. That is on Divergent Event Center. When you come down to Suite 4523. It's gonna be a vendor expo. We're gonna have the runway. It's gonna be really, really nice. We got DJ Grady Baby gonna be in the building. Wanda D Hollis is gonna be in the building. We have an artist, Bella Flame gonna be in the building. We have about two spoken word artists. They're gonna be in the building. Lots of different vendors. We already have paparazzi vendor. We got a lady who doing herbals. We have like 4 or 5 clothes vendors. It's gonna be a lot of vendors there, and it's gonna be a really exciting time. Starts at 4 o'clock. February the 20th. Make sure you come on out, support. There is no admission to get in, but if anyone wants to vent, just call me at 404-913-7165, and the vending fee is $75. You know, I got Baba G gonna be in the building too. That's the guy who
Oh,
makes
okay.
some of the jewelry for Black Panther. You know, he makes
Hmm.
jewelry for Angela Bassett for Black Panther. So I'm
Is he
excited.
doing a showcase?
I don't know if he's doing a showcase or not. He said he's going to bring some of his collection and lay them out. And he told me he has some new stones too. So I'm excited
Awesome.
for him coming because he
I think
normally,
I'm gonna bring some stones and maybe he could wrap them.
yeah, he might better. I don't think Baba G do rapping like that in
He's
the
not rapping.
I don't think he rap in the public like that.
Okay.
But I mean, just bring. You never know. You never know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm gonna bring my little one with me
That's cool.
and let her get a taste of spreading her magic
Mhm.
around. So that'll be fun. Um, and what made you do this event this time? What was the inspiration behind
The
it?
last one was okay. Um, I will say this. Help from you and Grady. You guys made it awesome. Bringing the radio show there was very, very awesome. The vendors love it, and a lot of people asked for a second one. We had it on Super Bowl day, which was we. I mean, I don't watch. Well, I watch sports, but I didn't pay no attention to the Super Bowl. So we having it again on the 20th, and then we have a lot of vendors that wanted to showcase some different stuff. And this time we're gonna put a little twist to it. We're gonna have the runway, so people who come with their apparel, we're gonna let them get on the runway, and
That'd be
we're gonna
nice.
yeah, I will be on the mic. I know you'll be on the mic, so we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be exciting, and I'm just ready to go ahead and get it done and see what's the result. I always be looking forward for the outcome, the camaraderie and stuff like that. Because the last one, it was a CEO that come in there. The black lady with the short hair. You spoke with her too. I
Mhm.
didn't know that. She contacted me on Instagram. She's like the CEO of like 3, 4 big companies here in Georgia, and she came out, checked us out and stuff like that. She got my card. She even put me on one of her websites. And I'm like, wow. You never know what where takes you where. And she actually asked me about it. I said I sent her all your information. I said she's on Facebook or something like that. So you never know. People be watching and people be looking for the authenticity of a person, and they gravitate towards that. Yeah, especially someone like me and you, because we always in the public. So they look for that and they like that. And every time we have events and stuff like that, people come because they know it's gonna be good energy, good vibration. And sometimes people be looking for leaders, because I know she did tell me that that she was looking for leaders for certain events and stuff like that. So but the reason we having it was to have it for the vendors to come on out and have a good time. But I also look for the opportunity as well.
Hmm. Hmm. I like that. And another thing that you mentioned is that I like that you're doing, like showcasing. So because you always have like vendors, apparel vendors. And
Hmm.
if you don't go to their booth or if you don't buy anything, like they really don't get that full. So you're really giving them the opportunity to do so much more than just Van,
Hmm.
like turning it into a mini fashion show, like allowing them to interact and not just pitch their come to my table and buy, but like, let me show you how this is worn, whether it's of a scarf, you know, a simple way of wearing a scarf. You'd be like, I never thought about putting the scarf around. You know, somebody told me, I remember one time I was like looking for a top, and they say, just get a big scarf and wrap it in like a tie. And she showed me how to tie it. And I was like, whoa, you know, this is great. You know, people that like sell wraps, and then to go and actually sit down and do a wrap. But what I want to say is, you know, we are just so creative. I'm thinking about years and years ago, I went to a young lady's house, and she had she was a stylist, and she was a hair, she did hair as well. In her house, she had like the DJ table. She had the little hors d'oeuvres and stuff set up, food. She had one styling chair, and she would just grab somebody that came and put them in a styling chair, whatever they had. If they could have had like braids already, and she would just take their braids and twist it up and do something, and then take something and put it over, and boom, and said, now go show them how that is. And then she was, I mean, she was ingenious. Then she was saying to the ladies, they got all excited, and everybody was looking like, wow, what's she gonna do with her? She might have did like a dry cut real quick, and boom, and sent them off. Then she said, okay, now for y'all that want to book an appointment, it's $100 to book an appointment. Go back there and talk to my daughter. She'll book your appointment. And then there was another room. She had a whole nother room that she didn't even expose to everybody. It was her photography room. So after those same people that she did the little quick change with, she took them to a room, took their pictures, and then did a big projection of how they were, then did a quick mini shoot, and it was like popping just like that, popping. I was like, we are Black history. Okay, that's all I want to say. We are definite Black history
every day.
So I look forward to that. And then you're doing something. What is it on Monday?
Yeah, Monday. That's on Vocal Dialect. We having a poetry slam. It's gonna be at the 640. That's on February 22nd. Poetry slam gonna be good. I think it's a $200 prize. I will be one of the judges. We got some other judges who gonna be in the building. It's so fun. I was just gonna say that too. But yeah, the poetry slam. It's gonna be real nice. We got a lot of dope poets that's gonna be in the building, and it's gonna be a really, really good time. So come out and expect to be entertained. We got some really, really dope poets. I'm telling you, they coming with it. People already been calling me like, man, I'm getting ready. They coming with it.
They coming.
Yes.
I bet. So where is it going to be again?
640, the old 640. 640 in West End.
Oh, okay, in the West End. Okay. That's right, because Cecilia owns that now, right?
Yeah, she owns that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Unity right now. UNITEA. So it's right
Awesome.
across, it's in the West End, right across from Krispy Kreme's.
Yeah. So everybody, y'all listening, if y'all in the Atlanta area, or you want a good reason to come to Atlanta for the weekend, this will be a good reason to come hang out with Knowledge. And you definitely will be inspired to be great.
Yes.
Because he inspires us to be greater than we already are. So I love that. And people are saying yes. Getting lots of love from our people that's watching. And we just want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. This was our Freestyle Monday on the Wanda D. Hollis show on DJ Grady Baby Radio. It's one of my sidekicks, Knowledge, my brother from another mother. I like saying that word.
Someone else who says that. I spoke to this one lady. She said I did a piece one time and I was speaking. She said, for that moment you took me into outer space. I said, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, it's cool, you know.
Well, you know,
everybody for it, you know. I take nothing for granted, for real.
It's all love. And that's one thing before we get out of here, is because we are in this season that's different, you know, and we're used to being together and rubbing shoulders and stuff. And I was on another show and they was like, well, how are you doing? I said, well, my tribe haven't stopped.
Right.
I don't know what y'all doing over there, but Dr. Angela's on. She did the Black I Am. She does the Black I Am Awards, and it was like 300 people in the building. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but you
You're not
know,
supposed to say that.
like that's what it was. And we was just loving on each other and supporting and rallying and saying yes, go for it, and just had a great time because and I'm and I hope y'all all hear me this. I'm not telling y'all to go and do whatever you want to do, but you got to do what you got to do for you. And I
Right.
know for us, like even last night, we had our dinner party, and to sit around the table and talk and have conversation. She said it was 473 people. Okay, correction.
Why would you say that again?
Dr. Angela put it down there. I didn't.
But
I'm
shit,
reading what she
you gotta
wrote.
know what 73 is.
Oh yeah, I do. It's over with now, though. It's over
That's
with.
good.
We done did it.
I
We
will,
done
I
went
will,
there.
I will say this. I was at an event and I told my man, I say, man, stop having people come in, man. It was a little too crowded. I'm like, man, I wasn't getting scared, and I'm like, cause where we was at, it was a few white people there too. They looking around. I'm like, hey man, just stop people from coming in. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep the smoke down.
Gotta
So
keep smoking.
he
Well,
got on the mic and told everybody, hey, look, hey, if you ain't got no mask on, go get a mask. Yeah, so
well, I ain't got nothing to do with people and what they do with how they do it. All I know is that I got my own tribe, and we have our own Batman Bat Cave meetings.
right.
And what goes on in the cave stays in the cave.
Facts. That's true. I'm not, hey, real talk.
So that's all I know. It's no disrespect. It's no. I ain't telling you what you need to do. If you want to do how you do it, that's fine. But I just saying, on my side of the street, we have our beautiful time together. We come together, we do our things, we help our family, we help our communities win. We keep doing what we have to do because it is what sustains us
Mm-hmm.
to keep pushing forward. So that's all I got to say about that, guys. And we I don't know if you got in your book, if you ordered your book yet, knowledge, but this wake up winning no matter what book, you got to add this one to your library as
It's
well.
not fair.
20
I'm gonna go get it.
20
No, but
amazing people.
I got a note. I was gonna go on there and buy it too.
Yeah, I got Demetria's book. Look,
Dimitri, okay.
she was in that building with me yesterday, so I jacked her for one. But yeah, please come and get my book and support and anything else that we can do. We're just out here trying to help other people win as we win, and we win together, making a positive impact, and just letting y'all know that no matter what it looks like, at the end of the day, the divine creator is the only one in control. Mother Earth gonna show y'all how she's shutting some stuff down.
For real.
So if you don't really know who's in control, she's gonna show you who's in control. And we are going to do our level best of trying to pay attention to the spirit that resides in us and follow the direction that we are guided, our own personal guiding lights that are given. And I just thank everybody for joining us each and every Monday. And I will be back next Monday on what is this show called? The Wanda D. Hollis show. But tomorrow I'll be on. I gotta see who's on my list for tomorrow. Dr. Angela is coming through the building tomorrow. Oh, y'all got to tune in at 12 o'clock. She going to bring the house down. I had to look at my list. And yeah, she will be bringing the house down tomorrow at noon, 12 o'clock on the I Am Enough talk show. She'll be coming through there. We are celebrating Black History Month. So every day at 12 o'clock noon, we are going to be bringing you someone that I feel like is making a positive impact in our history as we
Mm-hmm.
create history together. Last words, knowledge.
Be safe out there. Keep your herbs in your body. You don't have no sea moss, go get you some sea moss. I'm real big with spirulina. I'm real big with ginger. I'm real big with vitamin C, vitamin D. Um, Stay focused. Watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? And be watchful. Have a sensitive ear to nature, as nature will perform and dance.
Good stuff, guys. Peace, love, and light. We love you, love you, love you. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Peace.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.
And bye for now. Hey y'all, it's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, your accountability coach, helping you get it done. What is it that you need to get done? I can help you get on the media and make more money. Get that exposure you're looking for. So come see me. Check me out all social media under Wanda D. Hollis, yes, my government name. And you can also follow my website at IamEnough365.com. That's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, and I look forward to seeing you soon.